Hello my friends, welcome to New York. I'm surprised urban hiking is not a more prominent phenomenon. I think a lot of people do it, but like you search it on YouTube and there's not much. But there is no ticket price to an urban hike. And there are many offshoots that you can take from this hike. This is a suggestion. Yes, there will be some famous places, but I am going to weave back and forth and down from Central Park here all the way down to the tip of Manhattan. But we'll start here at the Tea Party. And what we will do in this urban hike is see some things that maybe you didn't put on your list that maybe now you will want to. I have started the clock to see how many steps, how far we go. Cities are great places to just watch the people. And Cherry Hill leads you across the famous Bow Bridge and into one of my favorite places in Central Park, the Ramble. And we take the little curve right at Strawberry Field where the Imagine Mosaic lives. Also, once upon a time, I did 3 John Lennon cover concerts, and you can get in that description and find the link to check it out. I called it For the Love of Lennon. The New York hot dog. It used to be like $1 or $2. Can't remember, it's been a long time since I've had the good old street meat, but don't let it fool you, everybody. There are great places to go eat. There are some cheap eats. You do not have to spend a fortune on food. You really don't. We are passing now the Dakota. Right on these steps right here is where Mr. Lemon took a bullet. Sad day. Now walking down 72nd Street. Very famous New York pizza brand, 2 Boots in New York. I don't know if they actually are outside of New York City. Somebody drop a comment. But cheap eats, y'all. The Upper West Side. Lincoln Center. Home of the ballet. We are here to do something, AR, augmented reality experience that is apparently here. And sorry, if you want to see augmented reality experiences, you're just going to have to do it yourself. But treasure hunting is going to be so cool with AR. From Lincoln Center, you can go right back into the heart of the theater district in Midtown. But we're not going to do that. We are going to take the 11th Avenue. Going to walk down the street named after the OG. Really nobody that's a tourist is walking down 11th Avenue, but I think I would recommend 9th Avenue. A lot of great restaurants on 9th Avenue, like so many. Headed to the landmark Tavern up the street from where Tavis and I lived in the Push Method heyday. They have great shepherd's pie, by the way, and I walk up upon my old building where Tavis and I once lived over a decade ago, and the diner that was once across the street is now, this is a Starbucks. I'm taking a right over to the water, to the Hudson River. Over here is the Circle Line, where you can take a ride and go see the Statue of Liberty. But also, just to the north is the Intrepid, the museum of the Navy, I believe. Yeah, all the Navy things. But what people probably don't know is that the west side of New York, walking down the water along the Hudson River, is actually really awesome. There's so many cool places. You can check out in the description. I'm just going to drop tons of things in the description for you to dive into. And now I'm going to a place I haven't been in a very, very long time, Mood Fabrics. We are in the Fashion District, through the heart of Midtown. No, not Times Square, but Herald Square, which is where the Macy's is. The Macy's is at the original Macy's, the giant, like 8-floor, whole city block Macy's. And if you happen to go to the Macy's, then I highly recommend that you go where we're going, the block of Manhattan that is Koreatown. And back on the subject of cheap eats, this place Wooriijp, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Wooriijp has some great cheap eats. Wooriijp, jump, jive, and whale. I had this crab cake thing, and I would also recommend you stopping by a place in Koreatown called Jours. It's a pastry shop, fusion between Asian and, well, French. Jours, all day, every day. Madison Square Park. Not one that people talk about much, but it is the home of the famous Flatiron building, which is at this moment covered with scaffolding. But Madison Square Park is kind of great because it's sort of, it's right in the heart of things at 23rd, and you'll find it, but it's kind of nice because it's not one of the more traveled to parks, and so you usually find a bench to sit on. And there's the Harry Potter store nearby. It's very cool. You can buy a wand, do your magic. The original Shake Shack is in Madison Square Park. Maybe I should do a quick photo reel here of all the New York shots, starting with the OG Shake Shack. I used to work right off of Madison Square Park. I gave that job up to go on the road to wander west. But now that school is closed. That story is over. That chapter is done. I'm gonna have to stop at Union Square, check our mileage, check our steps, see where we're at. Okay. We did 6 3/4 miles. Almost 14,500 steps. Burn 559 calories. And the other fun stat here, 396 feet of elevation gain. Interesting, that's just interesting, man. All right, y'all, stay tuned. Part 2 of this coming. Part 3 is actually already done. Link in the description. Yeah, but we're gonna pick up where we left off, right with some delicious, not expensive food. If they're still around. I don't know. New York is a transient being. Everything could be closed by then.